Creating your own indicators in TradingView is really fun, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So we're going to jump right in. The only thing I'm going to ask is that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So the first thing that you're going to do is open up your browser of choice. I use Arc, and you're going to look for the TradingView MCP. Okay. Now this is going to pull up this project right here. Okay. And this is an independent MCP server that connects to Cloud Code via the standard MCP protocol. There's a few others down here. We're just going to use the one that I have. Okay. Now the simplest way to get this, and there are instructions on how to do it, is just paste this into Cloud Code, right? So we'll just copy that. I'm going to open up Cloud Code as well. I'm going to assume you know how to use Cloud Code already. So what I like to do, and this is really important when you're doing anything technical, is stay organized. So I have a projects directory, and we're going to make a directory. We're going to call it, you can do mkdir if you're on, some type of Linux system. And we're going to call this the TradingView indicator video. Okay. Then we'll CD into TradingView indicator video. CD stands for change directory. And then we'll run Claude here. Okay. Now, Claude always is aware of the directory that it's in, which is why we're doing this here. And we're just going to paste this prompt into Claude. Now, what's important is that I already have the TradingView MCP set up. So you're going to paste that into there, and it is going to set up your MCP. Now, I'm not going to do this because I already have it configured. If we do /MCP, okay, we can see that I have the TradingView MCP connected, and it gives a path to where it is. Okay, right here, it's in my Claude.json TradingView indicator. That's the project I'm in, but you can see that it's connected. Okay, I've got Visa Social and a few other ones connected as well. So run that, get it connected. Now, in order for TradingView to work, you need to for the MCP to work, it needs to open up TradingView in debug mode. Okay, now, step 2, it says launch TradingView with the CDP. Now on Mac, you can do /scripts launch TV debug mac.sh. Okay, very simple thing that you can set up, or you can just ask Claude to do it for you. So let's go ahead and say, hey Claude. Okay, I'll full screen this. Say, open up TradingView in debug mode for me. Okay. If you're going to use the AI agent, I recommend just doing it this way. The reason why is that we can give Claude a memory.md, or really an agent, set up an agent and things like that, so that it can remember these common tasks that it's going to do. So after every time you're typing something in, I want you to think, I'm going to ask Claude to remember these steps. Okay, and we can do that right now. Say, hey Claude, I want you to I'll say anytime I ask you to open up TradingView, I want it to be opened in debug mode. Save this to memory. Okay. And the reason that you do this is that it's going to allow you to not end up in the situation where you're like trying to do something and then it's going to waste cycle, burn tokens, and spend your money trying to figure out something when you already know what you want to do. So prompting with AI is a critical part of AI. So we'll let that cook in the background. Okay, I accidentally hit escape, which is not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to minimize it. So we've got TradingView open in debug mode. So this is what my TradingView looks like. Okay, I'm going to put these side by side. So I've got these side by side. Now, what I'm going to say is, let's go to a single pane. We'll go to a one chart layout, and I'll show you a few different things that we can do here. So we'll go to a single chart layout, and we'll say, I want you to create a custom indicator that plots the exact middle of the range every day. This should show up as a thick green line and have the price as a label above the line at the start of the ray. So before I hit enter, my expectation is that for every single day, it's going to put a line in the exact middle of the range. So whatever the low of the day is, we'll remove these other indicators for now. Okay, whatever the low of the day is, wherever that is, okay, it should figure it out. And the high of the day, you should get a line like somewhere in the middle. Why would we want to do that? I don't know, but we're doing custom indicators. So let's see if it can figure it out. So I'll hit enter. It's going to use the TradingView MCP to set this up. Now, full disclaimer, I have customized my MCP. I asked Claude to go in and create a bunch of new skills and stuff. So if you get stuck here, what I want you to do is ask Claude to evaluate the code or whatever AI agent you're using, and you can actually change, you can modify your MCP, modify the code. You may not realize that you can do that, but there's no reason for you to be limited, okay? So I want you to expand your mind. Someone has already laid the groundwork to connect Claude and TradingView, which is really all we need. And so from here, you can continue to add tools and really debug all the different aspects of TradingView with Claude. The old school way of doing this would be going through the code base with yourself. I have a background as a software engineer, and you could do that. Another idea is you could ask Claude to show you the different connection points. Claude still is, I'd say, as good as like 50 junior engineers. Every new model is just like adding, 50 more junior engineers. But sometimes us as humans, if we look at the code base, even if you're not that technical, you'll be surprised if like, hey, Claude, this is what you're looking for, and you can speed up that process. So as you're interacting with this, just keep that in mind. You can see that it's looking for the Pine editor. Okay, so it's going to open up the script editor for me, which, it'll figure out in a second. So it's calling TradingView 4 times. It's using the tools. So just sit tight here. And yeah, it's not adding it to the chart for some reason. Let's see if it can figure this out. Give it a little more space. Where is the Pine editor? You're going to notice as well that depending on the layout of your screen and things like that, like it can get stuck. So this is one of the things where after it finishes a process, I want you to simply ask it to remember what worked and did not work and save that to memory. Or it will end up trying to solve these same problems over and over again. It's one of the reasons why we have to explicitly say, hey, save this to memory, because these tools do not have good memory. Part of the reason that this is taking so long is because I'm running this in a new folder. I actually have a skill for the custom indicator that I use that does this very quickly now, because I've done what I've asked you to do, which is to update the memory. There's a very important thing that I did not do here, which is read all the skills in the MCP. I did that on purpose because I'm not necessarily interested in that. The whole idea of this being custom is that we're going to let Claude figure these things out so that we can build on top of itself. You don't want to be limited to just the skills that the MCP has, because they are very limited. TradingView can figure that out, or sorry, Claude can figure that out with the TradingView MCP. So I'm gonna make some coffee while this does its thing. Confused at what's taking this thing so long. Let's see. Okay, it looks like it went and it found my SPX OI script, but I don't want it to do that. Let's try something. I want you to listen to mouse click events in TradingView so I can show you where the Pine editor is. So I'm going to see if doing this will allow me to help Claude out, because it is lost. Not sure what it's doing. Seem to be hallucinating quite a bit. The editor is not open anywhere. Let me open the Pine editor for you with a mouse click, and I want you to listen to the event and see what was opened. It's interesting how much this thing is hallucinating. So it looks like it did actually have the editor open somehow, somewhere off screen, which is weird. Normally when it opens it, it's visible. So that's an interesting thing to add. I do want it to change my SPX OI indicator back. Also didn't want you to modify my old indicator. Just create a simple new one. Now you might be tempted to help it along by clicking, but I'm not going to click. It needs to figure this out for itself. Okay, I figured it out. We have some green lines on the chart, which is nice. which looks like the midpoint. So it looks like it's almost finished. You can see that there's a lot of hiccups in this. So when you first do this, it's going to take a while, guys. So you can read through the MCP, try to give it some help, plan a little bit more. I did zero planning with this. I just gave it a prompt. And yeah, let's see. It looks like it's finished. We can close the editor. And now we have midpoints on our chart. Very, very simple. So that's how you can add a custom indicator to your chart. Now, again, let me add the SPX OI indicator to my chart. So I'm going to close Claude here, and I'm going to go to CD into TradingView Claude. I'll run Claude here, and I'll say update my SPX OI indicator for me. Okay, now this is the indicator that you see me use on stream, the one that kind of was the start of this video, and it just grabs the open interest from the CME website. This is free data source. Obviously, you can source this from like massive.com or real-time data. You could have a real-time data constantly updating your chart. Whatever you want to do, guys, there's tons of ways to do this. I'm just using open interest. I keep it very, very simple. I know tons of other people in my community, using GEX levels and things like that. I keep my trading very, very simple. So it's going to grab the 727 OI, put it on the chart for me. It's going to need to open up the third pane, which is not open right now. You can see how much faster it goes when I go into the folder that has, or when I ask it to do the thing that it's done a gajillion times. It is extremely fast. So yeah, this is going to be done shortly. It's a really funny way to end this video. When I first did this, by the way, when I was setting up this indicator, it took this long. It took a long time to get this set up. The more that you plan, I can tell you this, the better your outcome will be. So as a recap, as this goes, one, figure out what you want your indicator to look like exactly. You can also give screenshots or examples of other indicators that might be similar. 2, create a plan for Claude, right? 3, ask it to update the MCP code if necessary to create custom skills so you can use that. And 4, save everything to memory. Always ask Claude, hey, save all of this to memory, or create an agent that has a memory file for the specific task, right? The way that I have Claude is I have a bunch of agents with specific skills, okay, that they are told to use and refer to, which allows it to do things a lot faster. Okay, we'll take a look at this final indicator. So this is what the custom OI indicator looks like. It's just open interest for a day. I'll be adding a few more indicators, and if you want to see those, check out my stream. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.